Alright, hello, Morilibus here. Welcome back. We are at the village, and I thought today we could start our iron golem farm project. I was just watching Doc M's tutorial on it, and I wrote down some notes for myself. So, the main structure is 20 by 20. That's the outside dimensions, I guess. Or like the inside would be 18 by 18 for the water area. And then you got 12 doors on each side, which will allow for 16 villagers to be in each of these, I guess, farms. We put a 2 by 2 hole in the center of that 20 by 20 with water streams all the way around, which will filter all the iron golems where we want them. And then you do another spawning pad up top, above, and then we need 4 villager cells on each side of the machine. So it's pretty straightforward. I think I can handle that. If I can just get rid of Skype. Stop hijacking my taskbar. Okay. Now, I guess our trick is where to build it. Like Doc M recommends just going as far as you can from any village until it de-renders, which would be good, but I want this thing running while we're here at the village. So we may have to play around. The dimensions he mentions is, I think I wrote down, 85 blocks from center to center is what the game uses. And this design is JL2579 design, or they designed it on the server. And yeah, Doc M did the tutorial for them on it. So yeah, 85 blocks center to center. The hard part is determining what the center of a village is, especially probably this village that I've kind of created. So it may be hard to figure that out. So what we'll probably end up doing, I think what I want to build is over here somewhere, or maybe even a bit further that way. And we will have to see. I should probably get more than just stone bricks. Let me get prepared, guys, and I'll bring you back. Also notice I had view bob off, so I was like gliding, or it looked like I was gliding. I don't normally have that off. I think I was doing some tests with it, but yeah, I like the bob. Okay, I got some material, at least it gets started. So what I'm going to do is use this beacon kind of as a marker here, so that we can kind of tell how far away we are. Because I don't want this thing to be de-rendered, or yeah, when we are inside this village. So I should be able to use kind of that one as the outer marker. So when I can no longer see that one, that means the edge of the village is starting to get unloaded. And then the center one, where's all my boats? I have no boats. No, you can't come. Don't kill me. Don't break my boat. Okay, so we will head off. And there's also some other villagers that way, so we got to make sure to stay clear of them as well, so they don't interfere. And yeah, that looks kind of cool. Make sure I don't crash. Ooh, I can't see anything. Okay. Center village just, or this, yeah, the cathedral just disappeared. Let's make sure I am in far render distance. Yes, I am. Okay, so let's move back. And I might have to wait till nighttime to see the beacon. I don't know. Nope. That can't be the center one, I don't think. That must be the far one. How come I can see that one before I can see? Probably because things aren't loading? Yeah. Good job, game. Good job. Okay, let's get it rendering again. Let's go get the coordinates as well, since relying on it generating doesn't seem to be working very well. Okay, so roughly center here, we are at, what are we moving along? The X, so we're at about 300. So we should be able to go to about 400, and hopefully that won't cause interference. I don't want to go too much further than that. So where are we now? Oh, I guess we're going the other way though. So 300, so this is already about 130 blocks away from there. It's a lot closer than I anticipated. So we might not want to go too much further, I guess. We'll have to see. I guess it all depends on how this thing gets, figured out. If it is even seen as a village anymore. I'm guessing it's based on the doors and what's seen as a house. And there's the condo thing in the corner there. And that's pretty much the closest thing to us. But then there's that house over there. So does it go kind of the center of those two? But anyway, I guess we'll build it kind of out here. And we'll stay relatively close, I guess. Alright. Now what I want to do is get rid of F3 maybe. So yeah, we're about 130 blocks from center. Let's check the wall. What's the wall at? Maybe if we can be like whoa, hey there. Maybe if we can be about 60 blocks away from the wall. So that's still about 170. I think that would probably be adequate. So what I'm thinking for the third time is kind of make it look like a little swamp village or something, like a little fishing village over here. And the actual spawning grounds will be underneath. So we can have some little fake houses on top. I'll just make sure they don't actually have any doors or anything like that, so they're not seen as an actual house. So maybe we'll use this land here as our starting grid. And it's actually, we're going to go underground, of course. Of course. And yeah. Let's put down the ender chest. And we'll use some dirt here maybe to lay things out. So let's say, let's bring up the F3 again. Maybe we'll make the edge of it here. I'm only going to make one spawning thing to begin with. And what we might do is make more going along kind of this way and that away. So we won't do like a big... So like in Doc M's, it's kind of like, I think he does this. So you got like 4 golem farms, essentially. Or 2, or I think in the tutorial it's just 2 like that. So they connect, and these ones are, and they're all just far enough apart so that they all function. Or you could do something like that, I guess. But we're just going to do this instead. So if we want more than one, we'll just put them in a row, in a line like that. And have them work that way. And I probably should get a bed. Or I'll just pearl back and sleep. So if that's our outermost edge, we want to make this... Yeah, we'll have to see. This may fail. The structure itself's not that hard to build, so I mean, if I gotta kind of move it down the line, let's actually go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to accommodate for the breeding cell. Okay, so the breeding cell is that dimension. It's a 4x4 inside, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So if that is like a cell, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. That would be kind of the edge. So maybe I'll make an outline in dirt above the water, and then we can go underneath the water to actually lay this thing in. The trick is it needs to have a sight on the sky above the doors, but we'll get to that. But I'm going to go sleep, and I'll bring you guys back when I got all this laid out. Yeah, the other option we do have is to try to build it underground. Now I don't know if that would work, because like we're already at Y60, so if we go down to bedrock even, or if we go down to like that pit I have by the sugarcane farm, so I do have that excess space there. I don't know if we'd be far enough away for it to work. I mean, we could try to put it there and see what happens, but again, I'd have to get access to the sky everywhere, so that'd be a lot trickier. I'd have to have skylights all over the place, and yeah, it may or may not work. But so yeah, that's my thought on that. Oh, you guys. Oh, come on. Oops, there's an Enderman there, I think. Yep. Sure is. You can't get me. Pretty sure they de-aggro when they hit the water. Alright. Safe. Oh no. We let slime spawn. Oh well. Deal with them when they annoy me. Oops. Alright. So there it is. Basic layout. So each one of those is the spawning cell for the villagers. So it's a 4x4 inside edge. And then this thing should be 18 from the inside. So now what I'm going to do is just push it down into the water. I really wish it wasn't so deep there. Might have to go get some sand or something to fill this whole area in to get rid of the water. Make it easier to work with. I'm not going to put it too far down. I think I'm actually just going to put it right under the surface. Now the areas that we got to make sure have access to the sky. It's finally fixed. So this is where the doors go, kind of on these spots here, in these six spots. So we got to make sure that this has sunlight, I guess, kind of somewhere within here. I think it could be a few blocks out, but yeah, somewhere along here we'd have to have it access to the sky. So I think what we'll end up doing is if I disguise this as kind of like a fishing village, I'll just have it kind of disguised on the out parts so that this whole area will be kind of water free in the middle. And yeah, it won't look like there's just like strips of air or like strips of glass or something like that. Hopefully we can make it look good too, while still be functional. So let me go get a bunch of sand and I will start filling this in. Oh yeah, it's still 1.43. Like it's possible for me to drown myself. Yeah. Looks like it has to be, you have to have walls or something on 3 sides by the looks of it. So there's 2 and I can still get up, and 1. But if I go in there, I can't. Yeah. So if I go in this hole, I should be able to get up unless I go on one of the sides, and then I can't. Yeah. Oh. And then if I go in that hole, yeah, I would drown or have to dig myself out or end up pearl. So I got a lot of sand, and all I'm going to do, is I might go get, I'm pretty sure I have an aqua, oh there's aqua affinity. Is that the one that lets you breathe for a long time? No, that's the one that lets you mine instantly, I guess, right? I guess I want respiration. I think I have one of those too. But anyway, yeah, I'll fill this in. I'll probably just do it from the inside. I guess I'm going to have to replace these with the real blocks, so maybe I won't bother with that, and I'll just do the center part, and then we can build the walls from within the water. Found this little hole, trying to get in there to light it up, but you can't fight water anymore. Yeah, like I'm pushing up against it. I ain't going anywhere. Or I am not going anywhere. Oh, there we go. Now this is pretty small. Looks like it's just a little bit of a cave-in. But we'll light it up. Oh yeah, there's that torch glitch too, where it'll just go to... wonder if it always goes to one side. So that's north. Nope. Weird. Maybe it defaults to those two sides? Oh, nope, definitely not. Weird. Wow. Anyway. Oops. I want that there. I don't want you on the sand, please. Okay, so I've dug this giant hole. Hey, squid. And this is for the main area of it. I've kind of marked out the different layers. So this will be the very bottom. I'm going to put down some stone brick right on top of here. And then the next level will be right up here. And then that'll be the roof. And then I'm going to probably flood the area in between with water again. And then the breeding cells will be kind of in this vicinity here. So I still got to put down some sand to encase that. And yeah, so I think I might do that first, is get the perimeter done. So I will flood the remainder area and kind of get these guys sorted. And I got to remember that I need air here. So I will probably lay out sand. Yeah, chests are glitched. I will lay out sand so that it doesn't... so I'm one out, I guess. I'll build it out like this. So that is filled in as well. And then I would lay it out like so, but in the water. So I'll probably build this out like so. Like so. I don't know why I said that. Okay. And then, yeah, this will be air, and this will be a wall here. And that will be how that's going to work. So I will go ahead and do that and bring you back. So I started flooding this, and I kind of realized I don't need to. Well, I probably don't need to, because it's going to be actually a lot further down the breeding cell, because it's going to be below that, or kind of at that second level. So for the most part, we could have water over top of it. It's just these main areas that I got to worry about where the doors will be. So yeah, I'm kind of gonna... I'll leave that one that I started to flood for now, and I might unflood it. Oops. And I think I might still go in there and put up some walls too, so I kind of just created a big disaster here. Whoops. I might be able to just put that back to source blocks, like so. That did it. And then if I remove one at a time, I should be able to get it back down. And this will all be source. The nice thing with the glitchy water now, you can tell when you're not in the source block, because you can't swim up. So these are all source. I noticed it over there, because I got rid of the blocks really quickly, like that probably. Yeah, those aren't source blocks, because I destroyed them just too quickly for the game to do anything about it. But anyway, I will continue on. That was a poor ender pearl. Alright, so now I gotta put up the walls. I'll use stone for now. I might leave the very top one and I'll put dirt maybe back down. I'm not sure. Is that even right? Now that I remove things. Yeah, that's right. It should be right anyway. So I'll probably put this all the way down. That will allow me so the sand won't just fall when I dig from underneath and let all the water back in. So let's just put that in there. And here I don't need to do anything. Here I will have to go down and try to think. Is that right? I removed all the dirt. Yeah, the dirt was here. So that's where the wall has to go. So I brought night vision, because that makes it pretty clear underwater. And then I've got my Respiration 3 Aqua Infinity Helm. So we should be able to go down here and actually be able to see what we're doing. And we can. That's pretty cool. That's great for underwater projects, actually. And we will just put up this wall. I think I went to the surface on that time, but I will just probably take off the first or the top layer and replace that with dirt or something. It depends how I end up camouflaging this thing. I guess we'll put a corner one in, though we don't really need it. And that. So this should make it so when I dig from underneath, no water should come in. Looks like we got to go up for air. Okay, so I've laid this out, got it all bricked up. Those gaps there are where the doors are going to go. And then I just started building the second floor here. So that's where that slab will go. And then there'll be a roof right, if I counted properly, it should be right there. Like so. And then there's still a couple blocks there that we could possibly do something with to hide it. Put some dirt or water or something like that. So this floor is going to look exactly like that with the hole in the same place. And then these both will be flooded. So I might lay this out, finish laying this out, and then I'll have to light up down there too. And then we'll work out the doors and access to the sky. Alright, so there we go. I kind of closed that off. I should probably give myself a way out. And currently it's too dark in here, so we will get things spawning. But we're going to flood it here shortly, so it shouldn't really matter. Alright, let's get out of here. So I got to dig down for these doors. I also have to replace the sand, so I probably shouldn't use sand. I probably should have just used a block. Probably stone again is what I'll end up using. But yeah, we got to dig down and find those doors, which should be here. I think, yeah, it should be 6 blocks. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we go down here, we should end up at those gaps for the doors. Keyword should, and now we got a flood problem. Let's get rid of that if I can. Okay, good enough. Now what we might be able to do, I gotta double check. I know a door has to be within a certain distance from the sky. I don't know what that distance is. But we can probably get away with like having just have this blocked off like so. And then have a tunnel like that. And have this being access to the sky. I think that should work. I'm going to just go for it. I'm pretty sure it'll work. And if I do need to change it, we can. Whoops. Drowning. Make it. Yes. Okay, so yeah, I think something like that will work. And that leads down to that door. So I will do that all the way around. I gotta get some more stone as I am running out. And then we'll look at probably restoring the water to how it was. Or at least getting rid of all the non-source blocks. Yeah, I'll have to go down here. Uh-oh, this is not a good idea. What have I done? Why did I do this? I learned... Oh, hey, that works. Whoop! Yeah, that's one way to do it. Suffocate yourself. Let me up. There we go. Okay, almost done. Getting those in. Need some more half slabs. Let's make roughly a stack. That'll do. So, there's that S word. There may be a lapse in videos coming up. I may not be able to record, so it kind of depends on if I get enough footage recorded prior. But yeah, there'll be about a week in which I can't record anything at all. So yeah, there may be no videos, which I apologize for in advance. But yeah, don't fret, I will be back. So I haven't quit or given up. But yeah, just won't be able to record for a little while. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know about that. So it'll be roughly from like November 6th to November 12th, or maybe a bit later, I'm not quite sure. But yeah. And yeah. Whoop. Is this... No, there shouldn't be any water behind there. Okay, I think I got them all. So now we just got to put doors in. So let's go do that. If I can get myself out of here. See if we have enough wood. So we need 12 per side. So 48 total. I think I have enough wood to do that. There's 32 doors. And how many more can we get? Can we get 12 more? We can't. Or how many doors did I just make? I don't know. Let's just go put them in and we'll find out. Okay. This might be interesting. There we go. Okay, so I need 12 more doors, or 10 because I already have 2 on me. I think there's some mobs up here. Nope, maybe not. Maybe up here? And this is my last ender pearl, so let's make it count. Hey, you're in my way of ender pearling to freedom. Go away. Ha! Nice. Suckers. There we go. Got all the doors in place. Let's get some water. And maybe we'll flood this so that we don't get anything spawning down there. I think the light level is low enough towards the center. Let's take a bit of dirt with us. Although they'll probably only spawn there if there's nowhere else for them to spawn. Oops, that's not what I intended, but that will work. Okay. Go away, Skype. So I'm just going to use ice and put it all the way along. Except in the corners where I'm going to enter pearl for some reason. These torches will probably melt it. That's okay. Not a big deal. Oops. Whoopsie. Yeah. So if this all works out properly. Wow. Why is talking so hard? This should all flow towards the center. And hopefully, yeah, these will all update. Oh, right. This is going to be hard in 1.4.3. We can't fight the water currents. Well, ender pearls will be our friends. Nope. Okay. I should see it. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Let me up. It'd be interesting if they kept it like this. Maybe it's not a bug? Probably a bug, though. And then I think we just need water there. And that's just so it doesn't make a complete... like if we just put source blocks where this dirt was, it would... everything would just turn into infinite source and we wouldn't have any running water at all. That kind of goofed, but it should still work. I don't know. I screwed that up. There. Let's just do that again. Come on. You can do it. You can't do it. Super shovel. There we go. At least it matches. Whew. Yeah, if this stays the way it is, water is going to be really fun to work with. There we go. And then we got to do the same up here. Alright, I ran out of ice, but I did bring a bucket. Oh, come on. You can do it. Okay, there we go. Water's in place. And then they will come down here eventually. Just gonna put some half slabs here for now. We'll have to dig this out a bit further down. Huh. Can I glitch through the door? Nope, don't need to. Oh, let me in. There we go. So, next step, we have to get some villagers. Well, I also have to make the little breeding cells or spawning cells or villagers cells, which will go here and underwater. They go at the same height as those doors. So yeah, and I've kind of marked them out with dirt already. So some of them will be easy to do. I'll probably do them from down there, which I probably should have done prior to flooding it, but whoops. And then, yeah, then we gotta get villagers, which will be the hard part. So probably from our zombie spawner over there we'll get them, and maybe we'll set up a temporary rail, because I haven't started digging any of the tunnels underneath the village yet. Alright guys, it looks like we're kind of out of time. We're about 40 minutes in, so we won't be able to finish this product. We are making a product. An iron golem farm product. Available in many different varieties. Now, yeah, we will have to finish this project another time. Since there's a decent amount of work still to do. Still got to dig those out. Still got to get the villagers. All that good stuff. So yeah, we'll leave that for a future episode. Thank you for watching, guys. And we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.